Hopefully this is live. Oh, I forgot to change the information here. Uh, Public category. Still gaming. I guess I can't put in Heroes with a Grid, but I guess the thumbnail will work. Um, ba, ba, ba. I guess save. At least I'm not streaming the WoW, I guess. This is a big thing. So it doesn't have Heroes of the Grid in their lookup thing. Oh well, too bad, so sad. Oh, let me tell people that I am live, I guess. Uh, sure. That'll work, I guess. Um, so yeah, anyone who's watching who is following me on Twitch at the time is probably excited to see that I'm gonna finally start playing this. I'm gonna have to go over the instructions again, like step by step, just because it's been fucking forever. I know you can't see everything. Sorry, I guess. Um, I tried to get it set up the best that I could with what I have. Um, but yeah, I guess that's just an excuse for y'all to come over and play this in person. But I got like the majority of the game board in there, and I've got room for decks and discard piles and whatnot. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead here. We'll go over just the general stuff. There is some extra stuff in the back for playing with two players, which I'm technically not even doing. I'm just playing by myself right now. And even with 2 players, I'm supposed to be using 4 Rangers, but I'm just using Billy and Jason for now because I don't care to control 4 fucking Rangers. We'll see if I can do anything with just the 2. See how far we can get. All right, so Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid is a cooperative game. The Power Rangers win or lose collectively as a team. The game can end in 3 different ways. If all 4 outer locations are ever panicked at the same time, the Power Rangers lose. If a Ranger is defeated when there are no more energy tokens at the command center, the Power Rangers lose. And if the Rangers are able to defeat the boss in battle and survive until the end of that battle, then the Power Rangers win. Round structure. The game is played in a series of rounds until the Power Rangers win or lose. In each round of the game, there are 2 phases which occur in order. Number 1 is the deployment phase. In this phase, enemies are deployed to various locations. And number 2 is the action phase. In this phase, the Power Rangers collectively perform their actions. For the deployment phase, during each deployment phase, resolve 5 enemy deployments. If you desire a lower intensity challenge, especially in games with new players, you may reduce this to 4 enemy deployments. So we'll be doing 4 because it's just me. And I'm probably going to die. Resolving deployments. To resolve each deployment, reveal the top card of the deployment deck. The revealed card will indicate a number and type of foot soldiers. Take those foot soldiers figures from the supply. Then look at the back of the next card in the deployment deck, which will indicate a location. Place the foot soldier figures on that location board. So what the fuck are they saying? So the deployment deck, which I believe is like these bitches here that say like Industrial District, and then there's some for Ernie's and some for Angel Grove High and Angel Grove Park. I mean, that's what shows in the example, at least. So I flip that over and it tells me how many and what type of patroller, either the putty patrollers or the super putty patrollers, to place on the board. Okay. Oh, it goes off of the next card. Okay. After resolving, so for this one, I'm not going to be putting them on the Industrial District. I'm going to be putting on whatever's underneath the Industrial District, which I have not revealed yet. Okay. That's a good thing to keep in mind. After resolving each deployment, place the revealed foot soldier deployment card in a face-up discard pile next to the deployment deck. All that's going to be off screen. Sorry. You're just going to have to trust me that I'm doing it correctly. And I'm going to have to trust myself that I'm doing it correctly. If a location ever contains a number of enemy figures equal to its figure limit, it becomes panicked. Place a panic token on the location tile to indicate this. Okay. And these are the panic tiles. These are energy tokens. These are action tokens, I think. What they're called. We'll get to those. So 6 for the Industrial District, 5 for Ernie's, 5 for Angel Grove High, and 6 for the park before they're panicked. Okay. Deploying monsters and bosses. After you reveal the top card of the deployment deck, if the next card in the deployment deck is a monster or boss deployment card, reveal that card too and take the revealed monster or boss figure from the supply. So I've got them all up there. I've already shuffled them all into the deployment deck as well. place that monster or boss figure along with the foot soldier figures from the first card revealed on the location board indicated by the back of the next card in the deployment deck. This still only counts as a single deployment. Okay. I get what they're saying. So when we get to like if I flip this over, this top industrial district card, if the next card under that is either a boss or a monster card, then I have to play that card, and that's all in one deployment. And then they go on whatever after that boss or monster card. That's the tile that they go on to. Locate the corresponding monster or boss enemy deck, shuffle it, and place it face down near the other enemy decks. Finally, remove the revealed monster or boss deployment card from the game, returning it to the game box. Whenever a monster or boss figure is deployed to a location, that location becomes panicked. Place a panic token on that location board to indicate this. If you would deploy a monster or boss figure to a location that is already panicked, the new monster or boss figure is instead deployed to the next outer location in a clockwise direction that is not panicked. Okay. Give me one moment here. My mouth's getting a little bit dry from all this reading aloud. Like I'm back in school or something. And yeah, there's no music, so if you hear my furnace or my ejector pump going off, boo fucking who. Figure limits and panicked locations. Each outer location can only contain a number of enemy figures up to its figure limit. When an outer location reaches its figure limit, that location becomes panicked. While an outer location is at its figure limit, any enemy figures that would be deployed to the location are instead deployed to the next outer location in a clockwise direction that is not at its figure limit. So everything's moving in clockwise. So if Industrial District gets full, we move them to Ernie's juice bar. Okay, got it. And so it's foot soldiers, then monsters, then boss that get placed on the board. Okay. Important. When the deployment phase is complete, take all foot soldier deployment cards from the discard pile and shuffle them together. Then place the shuffle cards on the bottom of the deployment deck face down. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the first deployment here, just so we can get an idea of what we're looking at. So if we go back here, all right, so I'm going to turn over the Industrial District card. This is the top card, and we're moving on to the Industrial District, and it looks like it's one Super Putty Patroller. So let's get one of these guys and place them there. And I guess these only count as one each, right? Because it didn't say anything about super being two, just that monsters and bosses automatically panic it. Yeah, there's nothing that indicates that they're worth more. Okay, so I did that. You can see I turned over the top card. It was for a Super Putty, and since the next card is also the Industrial District, that's where I placed that Super Putty Patroller. All right, when the deployment phase is complete, take all Foot Soldier deployment cards from the discard pile and shuffle them together. Then place the shuffled cards on the bottom of the deployment deck. And you just do this once, right? Oh, 5 enemy deployment cards. Oh, oh, oh. Or 4, we're doing 4. So I mean, it's not very clear. So I'm just going to go ahead and say we do that one. And then now I flip this one over. It's going to be 3 Super Putty Patrollers, 2 Ernie's Juice Bar. So let's get 3 of these bitches. 1, 2. He can hold what? 5? Wow. We're gonna get a panic starting right away. 3. So that was number 2. So now we're doing just 1 Putty Patroller, 2 Ernie's Juice Bar. You can see that. Oof. And now we're getting 2 Putty Patrollers, 2 Ernie's Juice Bar. So this, and then it becomes panicked, right? Because we filled it up to the 5. And then the next guy goes here clockwise. Clockwise? Clockwise. Let's go ahead and reread that here. An outer location reaches the limit, location was panicked. Yep. So it becomes panicked. We put the panic token there. All right. So those were our 4 that we did. And then we just shuffle these, which, yeah, there's only 4 of them. I guess it doesn't really matter. And then they go at the bottom of the deployment deck. All right, so during the action phase, we're now in the action phase. Deployment has ended. During the action phase, the Power Rangers will spend their actions to defend Angel Grove. To spend an action, a Ranger must flip one of their action tokens face down and perform any one of the available actions, either move, battle, or recover. Okay, so these are the action tokens, right? Yes. So Jason's got 3. And these cards are here because these are their hands. Billy's got 3. And we'll put his energy there. We've got Jason's energy there. And then these are this is the deck for Billy. That's the deck for Jason. And then I've got some room for like discard. All right. Important. There is no defined turn order. The Rangers may spend their actions in any order they want. Each Ranger has their own ability or own available actions, but the team collectively decides when each Ranger spends each of their actions. All right, so for move actions, when you perform the move action, you may move your Ranger figure from its current location to any other location regardless of distance. When you move to the command center, you may power up. To power up, shuffle all cards from your hand and discard pile back into your deck. Then draw a new hand of up to 5 cards. In addition, take 1 energy token from the supply if you do not have one already. Powering up is a free action and does not count against your available actions. Okay. Battle. When you perform the battle action, you initiate a battle between the rangers and enemies in your current location. Take the lead ranger token to indicate that you initiated the battle. And then we'll get to the how to resolve a battle pretty soon. I guess I don't really need this since I'm the only one playing. I'm going to be the only lead ranger. So I could probably just take this and set it aside for now. This is the lead ranger token. Just going to set it aside. So I'm going to be declaring all the battles. Recover. When you perform the recover action, you may choose cards from your discard pile with a total of up to 6 shields. Then shuffle those cards back into your deck. In addition, take 1 energy token from the supply if you do not have one already. So when you're running low on cards is when you do the recover, it sounds like. When the action phase is complete, the round is over. All rangers flip their action tokens face up again, and any exhausted Zord cards are readied. Then the game proceeds with the next round of play. We got Zords coming in, huh? All right, resolving battles. When any ranger initiates a battle, the rangers and enemies present in that location will participate in the battle. There are 4 steps to resolving a battle. Step 1 is ranger preparation. So you take 2 energy tokens from the supply and place them on the indicated portion of the power board. This is known as the shared energy pool. This is the power board, I believe, right? Yes, that is the power board. So the shared energy goes in here. Any ranger who has fewer than 5 cards in hand may draw as many cards as they wish from their deck up to the maximum hand size of 5 cards. These cards may be drawn one at a time, and you may decide after each draw whether to keep drawing or to stop. All right. Many rangers have special abilities on their character cards that can be used in battle. Rangers can only use these abilities to affect battles that they are participating in. So for Jason, it's leadership. For Billy, it's strategize. Enemy preparation. Count the number of foot soldiers in the current location. For each foot soldier figure, draw 1 enemy card from the matching enemy deck. If there are multiple types of foot soldiers, the lead ranger chooses which deck to draw from first. As you draw these cards, place them in a face-up row from left to right. This is the combat sequence. When an enemy card with the fast keyword is drawn, place it at the left end of the row instead of the right end. Okay. All right, so we've got to do Ernie's Juice Bar because it's panicked, and we lose if all 4 locations get panicked. So I think our priority is going to be to get this taken care of, get some of those putties out of there. So I think what I want to do, or what I'm going to do anyway, is we're going to draw the 3 super putties first, because I have a feeling those are going to be harder to deal with. So we want to try and knock those guys out. And then we'll work on the 2 regular putty patrollers. So we'll take from the super putty patrollers, we'll take 1, 2, 3. Lay these out. So we've got Swarm, Engulf, and Putty Pummel. Engulf is fast, so that's going to go at the beginning. And then we've got the two regular Putty Patrol cards. So we got 1, 2. None of these have fast on them. We've got Leaping Attack and Cannon Fodder. Cannon Fodder does have a guard, though. Do it like that. Important, there can never be more than 4-foot soldiers participating in a battle. If there are more than 4-foot soldiers in the current location, the League Ranger chooses which 4-foot soldiers they wish to battle, drawing 1 enemy card for each. Oh, okay. So, I guess we'll just return this cannon fodder back to the bottom. I'm not sure if that was the wiser, but I already have Leaping Attack as the 4th card. Okay, so that's good to know that there will only be 4 at a time. If there's a monster or boss figure in the current location, draw 4 cards from their unique enemy deck. As you draw the cards, place them in another face-up row from left to right, just above the previous row in the combat sequence. Ranger and enemy turns. The Rangers and the enemies take alternating turns. The Rangers usually take the first turn of any battle, but if at least one enemy card in the combat sequence has the fast keyword, then the enemies take the first turn instead of the Rangers. The enemies do not take multiple turns in a row, however, no matter how many enemy cards have the fast keyword. Okay. Once the last enemy card in the combat sequence has been resolved, the Rangers get 1 final turn, then the battle ends. The battle also ends immediately if all enemy cards are defeated. Okay, let me just check real quick and see if there's anything special for 2-player mode with this. Uh, bu- 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 bu. Ranger movement. So when I initiate a battle, I gain 3 energy instead of 2. When you flip an unused action token to gain energy in battle, gain 3 energy instead of 2. Okay. All right, so it does say for ranger movement, when you move one ranger, the other ranger moves along with it. So I'll probably just be adopting that into this, just so I'm not spending actions on both Billy and Jason to move them around. I'll just spend action on one of them to move them into battle. Okay. And this has to take 3 energy instead of 2. Right. When you initiate a battle, gain 3 energy instead of 2. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I just got to make sure I'm following everything here properly so I learn how to do this. Because this will be played with friends, whether they like it or not. Battle cleanup. If there are any energy tokens remaining in the shared energy pool, the rangers who participated in the battle may split them up amongst themselves. Each ranger can only store 1 energy token at a time. If there are more energy tokens remaining in the shared pool, they can be stored by the participating rangers. Excess tokens are discarded to the supply. All foot soldier enemy cards, defeated and undefeated, and all undefeated monster and boss enemy cards are removed from the combat sequence and shuffled back into their respective enemy decks. Any defeated monsters and boss enemy cards are placed in a face-up discard piles next to their respective enemy decks. Okay. So the foot soldiers always go back into the deck. Only undefeated monsters and bosses go into their decks. Any defeated monsters and bosses go into a discard pile. If the current location was panicked, but there are no enemy figures remaining in the location after the battle, the location is no longer panicked, remove the panic token. So it'll remain panicked even after this if I don't clear out everybody, which I'm not going to do because there's only 4 cards and 5 enemies. Interesting, interesting, interesting. All right. Ranger turns. And actually... So this engulfed, does it drain 1 energy from the shared pool or from the... Well, I guess I'll get to that in enemy turns. So let's go... Well, let's start with enemy turns because the enemy's going first anyway because the location is panicked. So I am going to spend 1 energy from Jason. We're going to move them to Ernie's juice bar. This guy will sort of be hanging out in the back, so we're just going to have this sort of setup here. All right, so during each enemy turn in battle, resolve the active enemy card. This is the leftmost and topmost card in the combat sequence that has not yet been resolved. If there are 2 rows of enemy cards, resolve all of the cards in the top row from left to right, then resolve all the cards in the bottom row from left to right. To resolve an enemy card, carry out all effects listed in that card's text, which might include dealing damage, draining energy, or other unique effects. Then rotate that enemy card 90 degrees to indicate that it has been resolved. Important, if the active enemy card is face down because it has already been defeated by the rangers, then no effects occur when it is resolved. Okay. Enemy cards in the combat sequence will resolve during enemy turns in battle. Enemy cards have the following traits. The enemy name, the health. So the first Putty Patroller, Super Putty Patroller, is going to have 2 health. Keywords, effect text, and enemy type. There are 3 different enemy keywords that represent unique abilities: fast, guard, and passive. When an enemy card with the fast keyword is added to the combat sequence, it is placed at the left end of the row instead of the right end. If there is at least 1 enemy card with the fast keyword in the combat sequence, the enemies take the first turn in the battle instead of the rangers. An enemy card has the guard keyword. Any enemy cards that are adjacent to it in the combat sequence, horizontally or vertically, but not diagonally, are guarded and therefore cannot be chosen as a target of ranger attacks. However, enemy cards with the guard keyword cannot themselves be guarded by other enemy cards with the guard keyword. Guarded enemy attacks can still be dealt hits from effects that are not attacks, such as Kimberly's Quick Shot ability or Zek's Sweeping Strike card. Okay, so luckily only this first card has guard on it, and they're just guarding another Super Putty Patroller. So I can just say from left to right. So this is the first, second, and third card. Just to keep things simple. So I'll have to be attacking this guy first because I can't attack him. I can attack him though, and him, I think, right? It's just as long as they're not next to. Yeah, so I can choose anyone except for this middle Super Putty Patroller. An enemy card with the passive keyword has an ongoing effect that is active for as long as the card is undefeated. Sometimes these cards will have additional effects that trigger when they resolve, otherwise nothing happens when they resolve. Okay. Dealing damage to Rangers. Many enemy cards deal damage when they resolve. When an enemy card deals damage, the Rangers collectively choose one Ranger participating in the battle to suffer the damage dealt by that card unless the enemy card specifies otherwise. Revealing cards for defense. When a Ranger suffers damage, they reveal the top card of their deck for defense. Compare the shields on the revealed card against the amount of damage dealt by an enemy card. If the number of shields is greater than the amount of damage dealt, the revealed combat card is placed on the bottom of the Ranger's deck face down. If the number of shields is equal to the amount of damage dealt, the revealed combat card is discarded. Well, let's find out draining energy. Okay. Let's get this out of the way here first, since they're going first anyway. We'll get to the dealing damage to Rangers thing in a bit. I don't think I have. I do have one on the middle guy. Well, actually, all of them except for the first guy. So, some energy cards drain energy when they resolve. To drain energy, remove the indicated number of energy tokens from the shared energy pool and discard them to the supply. If the number of energy tokens in the shared energy pool is less than the number drained by the enemy card, remove stored energy tokens from Rangers participating in the battle to make up the difference. If possible, otherwise, for each remaining energy that would be drained, a Ranger participating in the battle must discard one card from their hand. Okay, so I'm going to resolve this card. I'll flip it horizontally, and then I just take one energy from here and put it back into the supply. That card is done. Now I get to attack. Let's go back to Ranger turns. All right. During each Ranger turn in battle, the team chooses one Ranger to be the active Ranger. I'll just do Jason to be active right now. The active Ranger may play one attack or maneuver from their hand, spending energy tokens from the shared energy pool equal to that card's energy cost. The effects of the card are then resolved, and the active Ranger places that card in their own discard pile face up. Okay, so let's take a look at Jason's hand, since he's the leader. So I have a block for 0 energy, team tactics for 0 energy, lead the charge for 0 energy, another lead the charge, and another block. Okay. So these are what I have. They play one attack or maneuver from their hand, spending energy tokens from the shared energy pool. Okay. So a block. So I just play this when any Ranger suffers damage to reduce that damage by 3. We haven't suffered any damage yet. We don't have the block yet. Lead the charge is a attack. The next time any Ranger performs an attack during this battle, add 1 die to that attack. That could be interesting. And then team tactics, gain 1 energy. Another Ranger of your choice may immediately play 1 card. Okay. I don't want to do team tactics yet since we have to lead the charges. Let's go ahead and play a lead the charge. So what do I do? Okay. So I play this. And I'll just put the discard there for now. Okay, when you play an attack, choose one enemy card as the target of the attack. If the attack requires a die roll, take the indicated number of combat dice and roll them once. You deal hits to the targeted enemy card equal to the number of hits rolled. Some attacks and abilities will also deal a set amount of hits without having to roll any dice. So do I still, I guess, attack with 2 dice? And then when Billy goes to attack, he gets to do 3 dice? If I'm reading that correctly? Aha. Okay. So I'm going to play things a little bit differently here because this guy is being guarded, so I cannot attack him. However, that guy whose turn is coming up next, he deals 1 damage, and I increase that damage by 1 for each foot soldier in the location. There's 2 foot soldiers. Well, actually, no, there's 5 foot soldiers in the location, right? Because I guess the super putty and the putty patrollers all count as foot soldiers, right? So that would be 5 damage to one of my rangers. That's a lot of damage to do. So I think, because the other 2 cards are just dealing 3 damage each. So I can't do anything about that guy. But I can take out one of these other... Do I have to go after the guard, actually? I know it's guarding. So we're not forced to go after the guard. However, we cannot target the middle guy until we get rid. So actually, we should still go after the first guy to get him out of the way to remove that guard, right? Sounds like a solid plan. So Jason's gonna attack that guy. And I did 1 hit. And is that, hold on, because I spent an action to move us. Um, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Move. Yes. Okay. So, okay. So those are two actions. So the move and then the attack. When you deal hits to an enemy card, place hit tokens on an enemy card equal to the amount of hits dealt. If this results in the enemy card having hit tokens on it equal to or greater than its health, then the enemy card is defeated. It has a health of 2, so I need one more hit, which does Billy still take? Okay, so Billy is gonna have to take an action as well, if I'm understanding this correctly. Um, and so with Billy's hand here, what do we have? We have counter jab for 0 energy, which is a dice roll and an automatic hit, it sounds like. If this card is revealed for defense, deal 1 hit to an enemy card of your choice. Well, it's not going to be revealed for defense. We have Mighty Maces, which is 3 dice. It's not revealed for defense, so I don't have to worry about that. Blade Blaster is a attack special. Deals an amount of damage equal to the amount of energy spent to play this card. You may divide this damage among any number of targets. Not going to do that yet. Then Power Lance is 4 dice, so after you play this card, place it on top of the deck instead of discarding it. I'm going to save that because that's a pretty powerful move. Yeah, so I don't want to use that yet. What did I use energy on for Jason? Oh, I drained it. No, draining energy comes from the shared. What did I use an energy on? Because that doesn't use an energy. Action to move, action to initiate combat. Is this maybe just a mistake? Just a tactical strike. After you play this card, place it on top of your deck instead of discarding it. That's 2 dice. I want to save counter jet because it's an automatic hit, and I only really need 1 hit to get rid of this shield. Right, so let's play the Tactical Strike, 0 energy. And then I get 3 dice to roll with, right? Because of this. This will go in Jason's discard. I got 1 hit. That's all I really needed. So this guy is dead. And then he gets put back into the supply, right? When a foot soldier card is defeated, remove 1 matching foot soldier figure from the current location and place it on the experience track on the power board. Oh, okay. So you get to go here, it looks like. Okay. So he's no longer being defended. And this goes back on top of my deck. And that's the end of the Power Rangers turn. So I draw a card from the top here, and I got Power Sword. This is 5 dice. The next time any ranger performs an attack during the battle, add 2 dice to that attack. Gotta love it. So we'll keep that on hand. And Billy's going to draw his top card, which was his Tactical Strike. Not bad. I didn't spend any energy. Okay. Did I do that in the right way? I don't think I did. No. Because this is just 1 ranger, 1 putty, right? Yes. Okay. So actually, so this is still there. He still has 1 thing on him. So now it is this enemy's turn. Okay. So I did that wrong. Um, you're still alive. Billy hasn't gone yet. So Billy still has his energy. Jason's gone. He gets his energy back, if I understand correctly. Or not his energy, his actions back. No, because we're still in the action phase. So we don't get our action back yet. Um, okay. So let's go on here. Dealing damage to rangers. Okay. The rangers collectively choose one ranger to participate in the battle, suffer the damage dealt by the card. But I'm the only one participating, right? When an enemy card deals damage, the rangers collectively choose one ranger to participate in the battle to suffer the damage dealt by that card unless the enemy card specifies otherwise. So someone's taking 5 fucking damage. Unless they can block it. Okay. Okay. I think I like it this way, where it's Putty, Jason, Putty, Billy, Putty, Jason, Putty, Billy. I think that's a little bit more fair and how I want to play it. And so what we'll do is we'll have this guy attack Billy. And so it says I have to reveal the top card of my deck for defense. Compare the number of shields. So I got 2 shields on the bottom of this down here. But it's attack for 5 because there's 5 foot soldiers in that location. So if the number of shields is less than the amount of damage dealt, the revealed combat card is discarded. Then the ranger must reveal the next card from their deck and compare its shields against the remaining damage that wasn't absorbed by the previous card. Continue the process of revealing 1 combat card at a time until the number of shields on a revealed combat card is greater than or equal to the remaining damage. Okay, so this is 2. And 3. So that equals up to 5. Okay. And so those get just discarded. So I can't use those. And we'll just put Billy's discard pile over here. That's fine. Okay. So that was... But that's all he has, right? I'm not going to worry about the Zord cards yet. Now I'm guessing it goes back to Jason. Or no. Now it goes to Billy. Which nothing changed because our top card was the Tactical Strike. And that is going to be the card that I play. I'm just going to do it again. And I still have the card from Jason to lead the charge. I'm guessing that's still... It says performs an attack during this battle. This is still technically part of a battle, right? We're just going back and forth. It's, yeah, ranger turns and then... Okay. So Billy is going to go after this guy to get rid of that guard. That's kind of priority number 1. And I do 3 damage. Now, can I spill that damage over? No. So I do all the damage I need to do to that guy. So the guard is no longer in play. And he gets defeated. Which, yeah, I couldn't attack that guy anyway. He hit. So that was Billy's turn. And so this goes back to the top of my deck. Not my hand, my deck. Which I'm just gonna pull it anyway. So now it is this guy's turn. He deals 3 damage. We're gonna have him deal damage to Jason. So from Jason's deck, we pulled 2 shields. And 2 more shields. Okay. So I take no damage, and then these get discarded. He is resolved, and it is now Jason's turn, right? Oh, I could have done blocks to reduce the damage. That's okay. Um, what I really want to do is get this guy down, which I can do because he doesn't have the guard anymore. Okay. So let's lead the charge again. So we're going to attack with 2 dice to see if we can lower this guy's health. We're not going to kill him because he has 3 health. But we can maybe get him down to 2 or 1. Ooh, actually we can. I didn't realize there were 2. So he takes 2 hits. We'll just do this to make it easier. All right. And then the next time someone performs an attack, which will be Billy next turn, I add 1 die to his attack. And then this guy goes now. He deals 3 damage to, we're going to say to Jason. And I will just block that. So I take no damage. And then I'll just discard that, I'm guessing. Okay. I think that's how that works. Somebody can probably correct me. But that means it's now Billy's turn. Yes. So Billy is going to go after that swarm attack guy to get him out of here. Ooh. So with the Blade Blaster, it deals amount of damage equal to the amount of energy spent to play this card. You may divide this damage among any number of targets. So I could try and use up the remaining 2 energy. And then play my own for 3 energy. And then I'll deal 1 damage to him and 2 to that other putty. And then I'll get rid of 2 of them. Does that sound like a good thing? So with the shared energy, does that... so, because this is my last chance to do anything. After this, the battle ends. Hold on. Some combat cards allow the rangers to gain energy. To gain energy, take the indicated number of energy tokens from the supply and add them to the shared energy pool. Rangers who are participating in the battle may add their own stored energy tokens to the shared energy pool at any time and may spend unused actions to gain energy, adding 2 energy tokens to the shared pool for each action token flipped this way. So Jason could add his energy to the energy pool. And then use his unused action to add 2 more. So there'll be 5 in there. 6 with Billy. Wait, how much? So I can just wipe out all these motherfuckers, right? Because I need 1, 4, 6. So yeah, why don't I just... So I've got 2 in there. 4. 6. And that... Yeah. Okay. Fuck it. So I use all 6 of these shared energies. 2, 4, 6. I don't know if I have to use my own or not. I'm not going to. But that wipes out 1, 4, 6. So that takes care of everybody in here. And then these guys all go over here. And then these go back in the respective piles, right? All foot soldier enemy cards shuffled back into their respective decks. Okay. So for the super putties, you're going to go in there somewhere. You're going to go in there. We'll put you at the bottom, and then we'll just do make a cut like that. Boom. You, I'll just, in you go. Okay. So we're still panicked because there's still a guy here. But that is the end of that battle. Okay. So that's the battle. That's one battle. I think I did that a little bit wrong after rereading some things. Um, but this energy goes away because it got spent. We're still at 0 because we need to defeat 2 more to move it up. So now we go back to the action phase, right? So we're going to stay here just because it's still done. Okay. So actually these go back. So now we're back into the action phase is what I'm gathering. Or no, we're back in the deployment phase because we finished the battle. We're not going to recover. So we're back to the deployment phase. Okay. So this is where we draw 4 of these cards to deploy. Okay, okay. And actually, because I think I played Power Lance, right? No, because that takes up 3 energy. I played Tactical Strike, so that goes on top of my deck. Okay. So we are going to take 2 Putty Patrollers and put them at Ernie's juice bar. This is getting spicy. They're getting drunk off the juice. Then we are going to take 2 Putty Patrollers and put them at Angel Grove High. Yikes, that's getting close to panicked. It's just 2. Then we're going to take 2 Super Putty Patrollers and put them at Angel Grove High. And that's going to do it for the high school. So the high school is now panicked. Those 3. Oh, shit. So 2 Super Putty Patrollers and a monster going to Angel Grove High, which is already panicked and full. So we're taking Pudgy Pig, putting him in the park with 2 Super Putty Patrollers. And this location is panicked. Oh, okay. And then this is discarded. So this quickly got worse. Um, I need to grab the pudgy pig. Did I not have a discard pile for these? Apparently that's what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I just placed them at the bottom of the deployment deck face down. So I shuffle them all 3, 4. Did I miss one? I don't know. Oh, because the boss has to automatically be played. That's right. All right. Now, do the monsters take... Yeah, I think they have to because you have to play their cards out first, right? Actually, we can stay at Ernie's Juice Bar and clear that up. Or like I'm really worried about the industrial district. I think the smart play is to get those 3 out of there so I can unpanic that. That gives me two sectors to work with. Which actually, does that mean we can move multiple times to do multiple battles? Hmm. Like if I have extra energy tokens left over, I wonder if I could have just moved and then have Billy initiate the battle because he had 1 action token as well. Let's do that. Let's stay where we're at. Um, Jason's going to initiate a battle again. So he's going to use 1 energy. We're going to put 3 energy in the shared pile. And then we draw 3 Putty Patrol cards, right? 2, 3. So the middle card is a guard. I don't think I have to face the boss right away if I'm reading this correctly. So I have to face off against this middle guy first. And Jason's going first. I only have 3 cards, so I am going to choose take from the deck. This is in my discard. Actually, okay, so it costs an action to recover, and that's when I can take the 6 shields and shuffle them. But for now, I've got a full deck. I'm not really worried about it, so I can block, which I'm not going to really using. Power Sword has 5 dice being rolled for attack. The next time any ranger performs an attack during this battle, add 2 dice to that attack. Gain 1 energy. Another ranger of your choice may immediately play 1 card. And then the special attack. So since Team Tactics doesn't cost anything, I'm going to go ahead and play that. Gain 1 energy. I'm pretty sure it goes to there. And then another ranger of my choice can immediately play 1 card, which is going to be Billy. So I need to deal 3. I'll go ahead. I'll spend the 1 energy and play Mighty Maces. So that allows me to roll 3 dice to attack. And I got 2 hits out of it. Not bad. Okay. And then I am going to, because this is all part of my preparation, I'm just going to draw those 2 just to have them. So I think I'll just put that up there to indicate that I don't have that energy. So now this guy is going, because that was Jason's turn. So swarm attack, deal 1 damage, increase this damage by 1 for each foot soldier in this location. So since Billy just attacked, he's going to attack Billy for 3 damage because there's 3 people there, but I'm going to block it. So I reduce that by 3, so he takes no damage. Fuck you very much. Discard that. So this has been played. So now it is Billy's for real turn. I'm not going to do this because Jason doesn't have a deck. May as well do... I may as well do Tactical Strike. It's 0 energy to play. And it gives me 2 dice to attack with. And I'm going to Tactical Strike the only guy that I can, so I just need to make 1 damage. And I didn't. Fuck. Alright, but after I play this, I return it to the top of my deck. Now it is this guy's turn. He's going to deal 2 damage to Billy. So come on, Billy. 2. Awesome. So he takes no damage. And now it is back to being Jason's turn. Jason is going to... Well, we're in the battle, so I think we have to finish the battle before I can recover anything. I got what? 4, 7, and then only just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't wipe them out with the Blade Blaster, so I may as well not use that. Hmm. That'd be overkill for 1. I really want to get those guys out of there. So I can have him immediately play one card. Yeah, let's do team tactics so I gain one energy. And then a player of my choice, which is going to be Billy, is going to play counterattack, which is one dice, which I don't really need to roll because I get one automatic hit. And there's only one person I can target with that, which is this guy. So the guard is down. Right? And that ends Billy's turn. So now it's this guy's attack. So he does 1 damage for each foot soldier in this location. He's going to target Billy because he's the only one with a deck for 2 damage. And his shield is 2. Awesome. So now I get one more try. So I think now is when I do the X Blaster. I need to do 6 damage, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so we do the 6 to do 6 damage. We defeat all of these guys. This is no longer panicked. This is just my understanding of how this whole shebang is going to go down. I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. Panic token, and then oh, I forgot I could use energy or use the action tokens to gain energy. Oh, well, I mean, if it's in my hand, it's still technically in the deck, right? So I wouldn't be defeated. Because I had hmm, do we have to do a recover, I guess? Okay. Power up is a free action. So we're going to go back to the command center to power up because we're low on cards. So what we do is we each get our energy tokens back. And then we take all of our cards from our hand and our discard pile, shuffle them up. About as good as a shuffle as you can get with only 10 cards, I guess. And we'll just do this and draw a new hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's that. I mean, I guess this is part of the action phase, which I need to do the deployment yet, but I'm going to do this anyway. So I guess I may as well do it now. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's figure out what to do with the swords. Okay. So I think this was the odd man out. So these guys go back to here. This moves up to 1. That guy there. And I got the pterodactyl. Exhaust this card during a battle to gain 2 energy. Awesome. That's not the discard, that's just where I'm putting those for now. Okay. So we're back to deployment. So we've got... Billy, you're killing me. We've got 2 Super Putty Patrols. They're going to go to Angel Grove High, which is currently full. So they are going to go to the park, which is the next one. And then we've got 3 Super Putty Patrols. 1, 2, 3. They're going to the park. Can only hold 1 more. And those 2 go to the industrial district. So this is 1, 2. So we've got 2 more draws to do. Got 2 regular putty patrollers going to Angel Grove Park. Nope, they're going here. And then 1 putty patrol to Angel Grove Park, but it's not. It's going to... Oh, well, I lost because that got filled up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Madam Woe gets placed in Ernie's, which... Ripperoni, I guess. So maybe you can't play this with just 2 characters. I'm guessing I'm gonna need to play with 4 Rangers. Maybe I'll try that another time. Maybe I'll get someone to come over. I know Truso was interested in playing. I didn't even get to check out Pudgy Pig's abilities. I'll leave this out. Actually, I guess there's the monsters. Let's find the boss in here. There's the boss card. We'll leave that out. We'll shuffle these back in here somewhere. Good enough. This one I might actually be able to do like a real shuffle on. Kinda. A little easier with 20. But yeah, I'll leave that out. I guess I'll just return all of these to the supply. That was pretty cool. Pterodactyl just goes somewhere that's not the bottom because that's the Megazord. That goes back there. Energy, I guess, can stay. Panicked icons can fuck right off. Jason can get his action back. But yeah, I'm not gonna go and do another round right now. It's getting pretty late, and I've got to be up early to donate plasma. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something. I learned that I do need at least one other person controlling two other rangers in order to have a shot at beating this game. So that's cool. But yeah, hopefully I can get more rounds in and learn to play the game better. But until then, I will see you guys later. Next stream might be more WoW. Either that or I can't really do a puzzle, so maybe art. But we'll see what happens. Thank you and have a great evening.